Hello Immortal News family and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video, or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up, as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you.
Number 9.
Chauncy Glover, an Emmy-winning journalist, mentor, and passionate community advocate, left an indelible mark on all who knew him. Born in Athens, Alabama, on July 10, 1985, Chauncy's love for journalism sparked early, inspired by his father, who crafted a miniature anchor desk where young Chauncy would host family newscasts after church. He pursued his dream, beginning his career at WTVM News in Columbus, Georgia, and went on to hold key positions across Florida, Michigan, Texas, and finally California, with KCAL in Los Angeles, where he joined the network in October 2023. Known for his exceptional reporting, Chauncy's dedication to impactful stories earned him 3 Emmys and respect in newsrooms nationwide. However, his heart remained focused on uplifting his community. While working in Detroit, he witnessed the tragic death of a young man, an event that inspired him to create the Chauncy Glover Project. This hands-on mentorship program has since transformed over 1,000 young men, instilling values of dignity, etiquette, college readiness, and community service. Through CGP, Chauncy mentored countless students, many of whom went on to college, crediting his guidance for their successes. Beyond his career in journalism, Chauncy was also a gifted actor and motivational speaker, performing in off-Broadway productions and once singing at civil rights icon Rosa Parks' funeral, one of his proudest personal milestones. Colleagues and viewers admired Chauncy for his warmth, integrity, and unwavering commitment to uplifting underserved voices. Chauncy passed away at just 39 years old. While his family has not disclosed the cause of his passing, they express gratitude for the outpouring of support and memories. His legacy as a journalist, mentor, and compassionate leader will continue to resonate. Tributes to Chauncy Glover. Number 8. DeRusha, a television production pioneer and respected figure in professional wrestling, was a multifaceted contributor to his field. Born on November 8, 1935 in St. Paul, Minnesota, Al was the youngest of 11 siblings and began working with carnivals at a young age. His first break in broadcasting came when he joined the mailroom at WMIN-TV, quickly rising to become a producer. This early experience led him into the Naval Reserve, where he directed military documentaries, solidifying his passion for television. In 1961, Al began his long-standing collaboration with Verne Gagne's American Wrestling Association, AWA, initially as a director at WMIN. By 1973, he officially joined the AWA, where he directed the popular All-Star Wrestling program and performed various roles, from referee and ringside announcer to on-screen authority. He became a critical part of the AWA's operations, especially during its peak years, expanding its reach to nearly 100 markets and securing its broadcast on ESPN. During the intense competition from Vince McMahon's WWF in the 1980s, Al briefly joined the WWF before returning to the AWA, where he remained until its closure. Al's career extended beyond wrestling. He became vice president of the Outdoor Amusement Business Association, where his carnival roots were honored, culminating in his induction into both the Showman's League of America and the Minnesota Broadcasting Hall of Fame. In July 2024, he attended the Tragos Fez Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame induction ceremony, where his legacy and entertainment was celebrated. DeRusha passed away at the age of 88, leaving behind his wife Marlene, their 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 8 great-grandchildren. His contributions to television, professional wrestling, and community service have left a lasting impact. Tributes to DeRusha.
Number 7.
Kiki Håkansson, a pioneering figure in beauty pageantry, became a global icon as the first ever Miss World in 1951. Born on June 17, 1929 in Sweden, Håkansson's journey to international acclaim began when she won the Miss Sweden World title. The Miss World pageant, initially called the Festival Bikini Contest, was created by Eric Morley to promote swimwear during the Festival of Britain. Håkansson's win was notable not only as the first title holder, but also for being crowned in a bikini, a bold statement that generated significant controversy worldwide. Her appearance led to condemnations from religious leaders, including the Pope, and sparked a re-evaluation of the pageant's dress standards. As a result, the following year saw the bikini replaced with more modest swimwear, although bikinis eventually returned to the competition in later years. Beyond her crown, Håkansson became a symbol of evolving societal standards around beauty and femininity. She demonstrated grace amid criticism and embraced her groundbreaking role in a field traditionally dominated by conservative values. Her legacy extended beyond the world of pageantry. Håkansson's influence contributed to changing perceptions of women's fashion and beauty in the 20th century, marking her as a cultural figure who helped shape an evolving industry. Håkansson lived her later years in California, remaining active in charity and advocating for causes related to women's empowerment and representation. She passed away peacefully at the age of 95. As the first woman to wear the Miss World crown, her impact on beauty standards and female empowerment endures, reminding the world of her courage to redefine conventions. Tributes to Kiki Håkansson.
Number 6.
Phyllis O'Donnell, a pioneering force in surfing, will be remembered as the first women's world surfing champion and a trailblazer for women in a male-dominated sport. Born in 1937, O'Donnell grew up near the beaches of New South Wales, where her early experiences body surfing at Manly Beach sparked a love for the ocean. Her journey in longboard surfing began around 1960, inspired by her sister's boyfriend's surfboard, which she and her sister borrowed. With guidance from Australian surfing legend Snowy McAllister, O'Donnell developed her skills and passion for the waves, quickly becoming a formidable surfer. In 1964, at the age of 27, O'Donnell claimed the first Women's World Surfing Championship title, an achievement that positioned her as a leading figure in the sport and opened doors for future generations of female surfers. Her success continued as she won the Australian national titles in 1963, 1964, and 1965. Competing internationally, she achieved top rankings, including a third-place finish at the Makaha International in Hawaii and the Puerto Rico World Titles in 1968. Her career also took her to California, where she worked with surfboard manufacturer Dewey Weber, expanding her influence on the industry. O'Donnell won 8 Queensland titles before retiring from competition in 1974. Her contributions to surfing were recognized with her induction into the Australian Surfing Hall of Fame in 1976 and the Surfing Walk of Fame in Huntington Beach, California, in 2014. Phyllis O'Donnell passed away on November 6, 2024, at the age of 87. Her legacy as a champion and an icon of resilience endures, inspiring women to carve their paths in the sport. Tributes to Phyllis O'Donnell.
Number 5.
Jen Gattino, a dedicated public servant and community pillar, left a profound legacy in Hoboken through her tireless work on behalf of her constituents. Born and raised in Hoboken, Jen was deeply rooted in her community, where her compassion and devotion shaped every aspect of her role as a council member. Elected to the Hoboken City Council in 2011, Jen served as a trusted representative for the 6th Ward, earning the respect and admiration of her peers and constituents alike. Her achievements were many, but it was her personal commitment that set her apart. Known as the Heart of Hoboken, Jen was often described as a true friend to all, responding to her constituents' needs with unparalleled dedication. Whether assisting a neighbor with errands or comforting those in need, Jen embodied the spirit of genuine public service. She held the council presidency 6 times, a testament to her leadership and ability to bring people together. Even her political opponents respected her unflagging commitment, making her a rare unifying force in Hoboken. Beyond her political career, Jen was a devoted wife to Joe and a loving mother to their 3 children. Her warmth and humility extended to her personal life, where she balanced family and career with grace, becoming a role model for many. Her acts of kindness, such as helping elderly residents in their daily routines, revealed her genuine care for everyone she served. Jen's sudden passing at the age of 53 has left an irreplaceable void. Her contributions to Hoboken will continue to inspire future leaders and remain cherished in the collective memory of her community. Her loss is deeply felt, yet her legacy of kindness and commitment will endure in the lives she touched. Tributes to Jen Giattino.
Number 4.
Barbara T. Bowman, a pioneer in early childhood education, left an everlasting mark on the field with her innovative approach to educational equity and support for underserved communities. Born on October 30, 1928 in Chicago, Bowman was raised in a family deeply committed to social impact. Her father, Robert Rochon Taylor, served on the Chicago Housing Authority Board, and her grandfather, Robert Robinson Taylor, was an accomplished architect. After earning her BA from Sarah Lawrence College, Bowman began teaching at the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools, later receiving her MA in education from the University of Chicago in 1952. Inspired by President Johnson's War on Poverty, Bowman co-founded the Erickson Institute in 1966, with the backing of philanthropist Irving B. Harris. The Erickson Institute became a trailblazing organization focused on early childhood education, emphasizing administration, care, and inclusive practices. Bowman served as Erickson's president from 1994 to 2001 and held the position of Irving B. Harris Professor of Child Development. She also became Chief Early Childhood Education Officer for Chicago Public Schools and held numerous prestigious roles, including President of the National Association for the Education of Young Children. Bowman's advocacy extended beyond academia, encompassing board roles with organizations such as the Great Books Foundation, High Scope Educational Foundation, and the National Board for Professional Teaching Standards. Her contributions earned her numerous accolades, including the Harold W. McGraw Jr. Prize in Education and the Chicago League of Women Voters Civic Contribution Award. Bowman's legacy also flourished through her family. She was married to the pioneering geneticist James E. Bowman, and their daughter Valerie Jarrett served as a senior advisor to President Obama. Bowman passed away at 96, leaving a legacy of compassion, educational excellence, and a commitment to building brighter futures for children everywhere. Tributes to Barbara T. Bowman.
Number 3.
Maurice Chamberlain, a celebrated middle-distance runner from New Zealand, made history as the only New Zealand woman to win an Olympic medal in track athletics. Born on December 5, 1935 in Christchurch, Chamberlain grew up with a passion for athletics, eventually setting world records in the 440 yards, 400 meters, and 1-mile events. Her career took off in 1962 when she won silver at the British Empire and Commonwealth Games in Perth in the 880 yards, closely behind Australian Dixie Willis. 2 years later, Chamberlain achieved her crowning glory, securing a bronze medal in the 800 meters at the Tokyo Summer Olympics, a race where the top 5 runners broke the previous Olympic record. A testament to her resilience, Chamberlain faced disappointment at the 1966 Commonwealth Games in Kingston, Jamaica, when she stumbled just before the finish line while leading in the 880 yards final. Despite the setback, her legacy as a dedicated athlete continued to grow, with New Zealand honoring her contributions to athletics by appointing her a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit in 2003. In 1995, she was inducted into the New Zealand Sports Hall of Fame, securing her place as a national sports icon. Chamberlain spent her life in the Christchurch suburb of South New Brighton, where she remained close to her roots and community. In her later years, she became the last surviving New Zealand medalist from the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. Maurice Chamberlain passed away in Christchurch at the age of 88, leaving behind a legacy that transcends athletics. Her contributions continue to inspire generations of New Zealanders, with Chamberlain Place in Hamilton named in her honor. Tributes to Maurice Chamberlain.
Number 2.
John Dempsey, a formidable center back and pioneering figure in international football, left a lasting mark on the sport and those he served in his later years. Born on March 15, 1946, in England, Dempsey's football journey began at Fulham, where he debuted in 1963 and made 149 appearances over 6 years. His talent caught the attention of Chelsea, leading to his transfer in 1969. Dempsey quickly became a cornerstone of Chelsea's defense, playing a pivotal role in the club's early 1970s triumphs, including the historic FA Cup win in 1970 and the European Cup Winners' Cup victory in 1971, where he scored against Real Madrid. Dempsey's international career saw him proudly represent the Republic of Ireland, earning numerous caps and becoming the first Irish player to be sent off in a World Cup qualifier. In 1978, he ventured to the United States, joining the Philadelphia Fury in the NASL. His defensive prowess earned him the league's Defender of the Year in 1979. He also briefly served as player-coach with the Serbian White Eagles in Canada's National Soccer League. After his playing days, Dempsey transitioned to management, including a notable stint as player-manager with Dundalk in Ireland. Later, he worked with adults with autism and learning difficulties in Barnet, bringing the same dedication to his community as he did on the pitch. Dempsey passed away on November 6, 2024, at age 78. Remembered not only for his contributions to football, but also for his compassion and service to others, Dempsey's legacy endures as a testament to resilience and dedication. Tributes to John Dempsey. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Argentine police have intensified their investigation into the tragic death of former One Direction singer Liam Payne, conducting further raids related to the case. Authorities targeted 2 hotel employees and an acquaintance of the late singer, according to law enforcement sources in Buenos Aires. The raids, conducted Tuesday evening, included searches of employee lockers at the Casa Sur Palermo Hotel, where Payne was staying, and a review of the hotel's security footage. Payne, who fell from his third-floor hotel balcony on October 16, reportedly had contact with these employees shortly before his death. Officials also traced a friend of the singer using text messages retrieved from Payne's phone, investigating whether this person may have supplied Payne with substances. However, authorities did not find the acquaintance at home during the raids. An earlier round of searches at Casa Sur in late October led investigators to seize hotel records and video footage. Photographs from inside his hotel room showed signs of substance, heightening concerns around the circumstances of his passing. Although no arrests have been made, authorities appear to be steadily progressing in their investigation, and charges may soon follow. News 2. Celine Dion is mourning the loss of her cherished mentor Quincy Jones, who passed away on November 3rd at age 91 in Los Angeles. In a heartfelt Instagram tribute, Dion shared how deeply she felt the loss of the iconic music producer, reflecting on his influence and the privilege of working alongside him. "I am heartbroken to learn of the passing of my friend, the one and only musical genius, Quincy Jones," Dion wrote, sharing photos from their collaborations, which included "I Knew I Loved You" and the 2010 rendition of "We Are the World" for Haiti Relief. She remembered Jones not only as a mentor but as someone who impacted virtually every form of American music. Dion highlighted Jones's ability to bring a little piece of heaven to their music sessions and praised his deep intuition for capturing the essence of each song. Beyond music, Dion admired Jones's philanthropic efforts, which supported global arts, youth, and famine relief, adding that his reach truly extends to all corners of the globe. Quincy Jones' family celebrated his legacy, saying, "Although this is an incredible loss, we take comfort in knowing his love and joy will live on through his music." News 3. A vigil for 19-year-old Walmart employee Gursimran Kaur brought hundreds together outside the Halifax, Canada, store on Sunday, November 3rd. Friends, family, and community members gathered to remember the teen, who was found dead on October 19th inside the store's bakery oven. "She was always excited and had so many plans," shared family friend Astik Singh Chauhan, speaking to CTV News. Friends described Kaur as a bright young woman, filled with dreams for her future. Her mother, who found Kaur in the oven, was not at the vigil, with friends explaining her need for answers in the face of overwhelming grief. Kaur's death remains under investigation by Halifax Regional Police, who have described the case as complex and stated there are no updates on the cause of death at this time. Walmart employees attended the vigil, showing solidarity and support for Kaur's family and friends. "We are working towards understanding how this tragic event occurred," a Walmart spokesperson told CBC News, adding that the company is committed to supporting its associates. The Maritime Sikh Society, to which Kaur belonged, has raised nearly $195,000 through GoFundMe to support her family, who recently emigrated from India. News 4. A 23-year-old U.S. Army soldier, Sergeant Quandarius Davin Stanley, has tragically passed away following critical injuries sustained during a humanitarian mission in Gaza earlier this year. Sergeant Stanley from Columbia, South Carolina, was one of 3 service members hurt on May 23rd, while aiding in the construction of a temporary floating pier intended to support relief efforts in the region. The $230 million pier, launched as part of an initiative by President Biden, was designed to facilitate the delivery of humanitarian aid to Gaza amidst ongoing regional challenges. However, it was operational for only 20 days due to challenging weather conditions. Originally intended to supply resources to around 1.5 million Palestinians over 3 months, the pier delivered aid to roughly 450,000 people before it was decommissioned in July. Sergeant Stanley's unit commander, Colonel John Eddie Gray, honored his memory, stating, "Sergeant Quandarius Stanley was an instrumental and well-respected first-line leader. The Army continues to provide support to Stanley's family in their time of loss. This incident highlights the difficulties faced in overseas humanitarian projects, especially in regions impacted by conflict." News 5. The body of an 11-year-old boy, identified as Laith Alaid, has been found after he was swept out to sea while crossing the entrance channel on New South Wales's central coast. Laith was attempting the crossing with his family on Sunday, November 3rd, when he was taken by a strong current. His father, who was with him, and his brothers attempted a rescue but could not reach him in time. A large-scale search operation was launched by New South Wales Police, assisted by local volunteers and emergency services. On Wednesday, November 6th, authorities located a body in the water around 2:30 p.m., believed to be that of the missing boy. While the body is yet to be formally identified, it is believed to be that of the missing boy, stated the New South Wales Police Force. Laith's family, who had recently moved to Australia from Iraq, shared a message of appreciation to the rescue teams and community members involved in the search, expressing deep gratitude for the support they've received. The tragic accident has drawn attention to the dangers of attempting to cross the entrance channel, with authorities reminding the public to avoid it due to its strong and unpredictable currents. News 6. 3 people, including a toddler, tragically lost their lives in a helicopter crash in Louisiana on Friday, November 1st. The Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office identified the victims as 50-year-old Jared Savant, his wife Tanya, and their 2-year-old daughter, all from Kinder, Louisiana. According to the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, the Robinson R-44 helicopter went down around 9 p.m. local time in the 5000 block of Hecker Road near the town of Iowa, Louisiana. In a statement, Sheriff Stitch Guillory expressed condolences. "This was a very tragic accident, and our hearts go out to the family and loved ones affected." He also praised local community members who assisted at the crash scene until first responders arrived. The FAA and National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, are currently investigating the cause of the accident. According to an NTSB statement, the helicopter impacted a road under unknown circumstances and caught fire after the crash. The NTSB has now concluded its on-site investigation, but the incident's cause remains undetermined. Officials are urging any witnesses or individuals with potential surveillance footage to reach out to the NTSB to aid in the ongoing investigation. News 7. Actress Christina Applegate recently opened up about the relentless pain of living with multiple sclerosis, MS, describing her intense daily struggles on her podcast Messy, co-hosted with fellow actress Jamie Lynn Sigler, who also has MS. On the November 5th episode, Applegate shared, "I lay in bed screaming, the sharp pains, the ache, that squeezing." Diagnosed in 2021, Applegate explained that her symptoms have worsened, spreading to her hands. "I can't even pick up my phone sometimes, or hold a remote," she said, adding that tasks like opening bottles have become nearly impossible. Sigler and guest Rory Candle, owner of Rory's Bakehouse, shared their own experiences with pain from MS, describing sensations like knives in the stomach. Applegate compared the simple act of getting out of bed to stepping on a fiery surface. The floor is lava. Despite the debilitating pain, Applegate maintains her sense of humor, saying she's almost used to resting in bed after working for nearly 50 years. As the co-hosts described their invisible pain, they emphasized the challenge MS presents daily, but also showed their resilience and connection. Applegate's candid conversation sheds light on living with MS, offering strength and solidarity to others facing the same journey. News 8. Emma Hemming Willis recently opened up about her husband Bruce Willis's early dementia symptoms, sharing how they initially went unrecognized due to his childhood stutter. In an October 29th interview with Town & Country, Hemming explained that Bruce's lifelong speech challenges masked signs of dementia. "Bruce has always had a stutter, but he's been good at covering it up," she said, noting that his college theater experience helped him manage his speech. Hemming shared that the actor, known for roles in Die Hard and The Sixth Sense, began showing subtle changes in his language, which seemed like a natural part of his stutter. "Never in a million years would I think it would be a form of dementia for someone so young," she admitted. Diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia, FTD, a progressive disease affecting behavior, decision-making, and speech, Willis had initially received an aphasia diagnosis in 2022. Reflecting on her journey as a caregiver, Hemming revealed, "I've had to get used to what's happening so that I can support our children." She shares 2 daughters, Mabel and Evelyn, with Bruce, who is also father to Rumer, Scout, and Tallulah from his marriage to Demi Moore. Although the path has been challenging, Hemming strives to find joy alongside the grief.
Number 1.
Ian Shipsey, a renowned physicist, made monumental contributions to our understanding of the universe through his pioneering work in silicon detectors and particle physics. Born on July 25, 1959, in Walthamstow, northeast London, Ian was the first in his family to attend university, studying physics at Queen Mary University of London. His early life shaped his empathetic nature. He took a year to work with the Cyrenians, a charity for the homeless, before diving into a research career. Ian's PhD research at the University of Edinburgh on kaon particles led him to CERN, where he met his wife and lifelong collaborator Daniela Bortoleto. Together they advanced physics and co-founded a state-of-the-art silicon detector facility at Oxford. Ian's expertise in silicon detectors shaped pivotal projects, including his leadership in the CLEO experiment in the US, where he studied the asymmetry between matter and antimatter, known as CP violation. In the 2000s, Ian became instrumental in developing the CMS and ATLAS detectors at the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, contributing to discoveries about the Higgs boson and quark-gluon plasma. His passion for detector technology extended to astronomy, where he helped develop the groundbreaking camera for the Vera C. Rubin Observatory to study dark energy. Despite losing his hearing in 1989 due to leukemia treatment, Ian triumphed with the help of cochlear implants. His lecture on this experience became a celebrated story of resilience, captivating audiences worldwide. As head of Oxford's physics department, Ian inspired his colleagues and students with his commitment and vision. Ian Shipsey passed away at age 65. His legacy endures in the advancements he pioneered and in the lives he touched with his warmth, brilliance, and unwavering curiosity. Tributes to Ian Shipsey. Bernard Marcus, renowned businessman and philanthropist, was born on May 12, 1929, in Newark, New Jersey.